Essay all about Jupiter. 1. Introduction. Jupiter, the giant of the solar system in the entire solar system, is the one planet that can overwhelm human imagination at first glance. It's certainly Jupiter. This is the largest planet orbiting the Sun, a true gas giant so enormous that it could hold more than 1,300 Earths inside its by volume. That size alone is enough to make Jupiter one of the most impressive celestial bodies ever observed by humanity. Since ancient time, Jupiter had been known to humans because of brightness in the night sky. The Romans named its planet Jupiter after the king of the gods in Roman mythology, the ruler of the sky, thunder. In supreme power, the name of title of Jupiter truly is the king of the planets in the solar system. Jupiter does not have a solid surface like Earth or Mars. Instead, it is a massive world made primarily of hydrogen and helium, almost like a fuel star. On this planet, there are violent storms, enormous colorful cloud bands stretching for thousands of kilometers, and most famously, the Great Stretch Force, a storm larger on Earth that had been raging for hundreds of years. Beyond the planet itself, Jupiter fascinates scientists because it possesses a kind of mini solar system its own, dozens of moons, including incredibly remarkable ones such as Europa, Ganymede, and Callisto. Some of the moons are even considered among the most promising places in the solar system to search for life beyond Earth. Jupiter is not only the largest planet, it is also a natural laboratory that helps humans understand planetary formation, giant atmospheric system, powerful magnetic field, and even the inner history of the solar system. This essay will explore Jupiter in full detail, its origin, size, structure, atmosphere, storm, moon, potential connection to life, and its extraordinary role in our cosmic neighborhood. What is Jupiter? Jupiter is the first planet from the Sun in the solar system, located after Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter. It belongs to the category of gas giant planets, meaning that unlike Earth, it does not have a harsh, rocky surface. Instead, it is made mostly of gases and fluids compressed under extreme pressure. Jupiter plays a very important role in the solar system. Because it is so massive, its gravity strongly affects so many other objects such as asteroids, comets, moon, even to some extent. The orbit of the other planets, many scientists believe Jupiter acts like a kind of gravitational shield, helping observers of light objects that might otherwise strain the inner planets such as Earth. At the same time, Jupiter can also disturb and redirect many objects, making it both a protector and powerful disruptor in the dynamics architecture of the solar system. The enormous size of Jupiter. If Earth was more barren, Jupiter would be like a gigantic sphere dominating space. Some impressive facts about Jupiter: diameter about 139,820 km, radius about 69,911 km, mass about 1.8998 times 10 squared to the power of 7 kg, volume. An altitude over 1,300, Earth's mass about 318 times greater than Earth. Jupiter is larger planet in solar system. In fact, it's so massive and thus it has more mass than all the other planets combined. For distance, Jupiter appears massive vapor in swirling, could spine like living work of art, but behind that beauty lie a world of intense violence, chaos, and extremely physical condition. The origin and formation of Jupiter, like other planets, Jupiter for its observations 4.5 to 4.6 billion years ago, during the birth of the solar system. Scientists believe Jupiter formed very early in solar system history, perhaps even as one of the first planets to appear. This is extremely important because Jupiter's early formation may have strongly influenced the overall structure of the solar system. Its formation may have been like this below the solar core from its rock and rise. Thus, core began pulling in surrounding gas very rapidly. The gas accumulated in the enormous amount, causing planets to expand into giant worlds. Because Jupiter became so massive, it captured huge quantities of hydrogen and helium, the two most abundant elements in the universe. Some scientists even point out if Jupiter has been around 80 times more massive, it might have become a small star rather than a planet. For this reason, Jupiter is sometimes formally called the third star. Jupiter's position in the solar system. Jupiter flies much farther from the Sun than Earth does. Average distance from Jupiter to the Sun, about 778 million kilometers. This means Jupiter receives much less sunlight than Earth. However, because its enormous, massive, unique internal structure, Jupiter is still contained and emits a significant amount of internal heat. Distance from Earth to Jupiter changes depending on orbital position, but it usually ranges from about 588 million kilometers to more than 960 million kilometers. Because it's so far away, Jupiter appeared to the naked eyes as the bright sun-like object in the sky, but through a telescope, it's become the giant giant of world with this visible cloud band. How does Jupiter rotate and move? Jupiter has a very interesting characteristic. It is the fastest spinning planet in the solar system. A day on Jupiter takes only about 9 hours and 55 minutes to complete one full rotation on its axis. That means that even though it is enormous, it spins extremely quickly. This rapid rotation caused Jupiter become flattened at the poles and the equator. A year on Jupiter takes about 11.8 years to completing one orbit around the Sun. So if you lived on Jupiter, assuming that were possible, you would have to wait nearly 12 Earth years to celebrate one Jovian New Year. Does Jupiter have a surface? This is a question many people wonder about. Does Jupiter have a surface you could stand on? The answer is no, not in the way we normally think about the surface on Earth. Jupiter is a gas giant, so it does not have a solid outer crust that you can plan on like us on Mars. If a spacecraft will fall into Jupiter, this is what will happen. It would descend through the thick cloud layer, the pressure was rising extremely quickly, the temperature would become higher and higher. Eventually, the spacecraft would be crushed or melted before it could go much deeper. In other words, Jupiter is not a place with a clear ground that a human could stand on. The internal structure of Jupiter, even though Jupiter has no solid surface like Earth, it still has very complex internal structure. Scientists believe Jupiter is made up of several layers. Number 1. Upper atmosphere, mostly hydrogen and helium, where the visible cloud and storm are found. 2. Liquid hydrogen layer deeper inside. The pressure becomes so intense that hydrogen is compressed into liquid form. 3. Metallic hydrogen layer. This is one of the strangest parts of Jupiter. Under enormous pressure, hydrogens may behave like matter and conduct electricity. 4. Sandy core, possibly is made of rock, ice, and metal. To its exact structure is still being studied. This layer of metallic hydrogen is especially important because this is likely how generally Jupiter's extremely powerful magnetic field. The atmosphere of Jupiter. Jupiter's atmosphere is one of the most spectacular and violent weather systems known to science. Main component of Jupiter's atmosphere: hydrogen about 90%, helium about 10%, small amounts of methane, ammonia, water vapor, hydrogen sulfides, other compounds. The trace chemicals help produce the beautiful and complex color scenes in Jupiter's cloud. When viewed through a telescope, Jupiter's display bands of white, brown, orange, pale, red, creamy yellow. The patterns are caused by convection, currents, temperature differences, complex atmospheric chemistry, extremely fast wind. Jupiter's famous cloud band. One of the easiest things to recognize about Jupiter is the set of horizontal cloud bands wrapping around the planet. These bands are called dull, darker bands, zones, lighter bands. They are formed by gas streams moving in opposite directions. Because Jupiter rotates so rapidly, its atmosphere becomes divided into many just like belts circling the planet. The wind can reach speeds of hundreds of kilometers per hour, creating highly complex and constantly changing atmosphere pattern. From afar, Jupiter's cloud band that makes the planet look like a giant living painting. The Great Reservoir, the most famous storm in the solar system, if Jupiter has one most iconic feature, it is undoubtedly the Great Reservoir. This is a massive storm that has existed on Jupiter earthly hundreds of years and possibly much longer. What makes the Great Reservoir so special is its larger on Earth. It is a gigantic swirling storm. Its wind are extremely powerful. It has lasted for longer than any storm on Earth. Scientists believe Great Reservoir is a giant high-pressure system rotating counterclockwise. Although it has stronger over the past few decades, it remains one of the most astonishing meteorological phenomena in the entire solar system. How extreme in the weather on Jupiter. It thus has storm, lightning, rain, and tornado. Then Jupiter's weather like a permanent planet-wide state of atmospheric chaos. Extreme weather features on Jupiter include very powerful winds, giant storm, intense lightning, crushing pressure deep down, temperature changes with depth. On Jupiter, there may be an enormous thunderstorm, much more powerful than on Earth. Some observations suggest that lightning on Jupiter can be brighter and more intense than lightning on Earth's atmosphere. This is a world where the atmosphere is just air, just far, violent, dynamic ocean of gas in constant motion. The temperature of Jupiter, because it is far from the Sun, the upper part of Jupiter's atmosphere is very cold. Temperature at the top cloud layer about -145 degrees Celsius. However, what is fascinating is that deeper inside Jupiter, the temperature rising dramatically because of enormous pressure is left over from its information internal energy process. Jupiter actually radiates more heat than received from the Sun, which shows that interior is still ungenerally active. Jupiter's enormous magnetic field. One of Jupiter's most powerful features is its extremely strong magnetic field. Jupiter's magnetic field is many times stronger than Earth's. If the human eyes could see magnetism, Jupiter would appear surrounded by a static, invisible magnetic bubble in space. This magnetic field is important because its trapped charged particle creates intense radiation both aspects the surrounding moons half show parts of the atmosphere from the solar wind. However, the radiation with the Jupiter atmosphere is so strong that it can be extremely dangerous for spacecraft and certainly for humans if they remain too close for too long. Does Jupiter have rings? Many people think only Saturn has rings, but in fact, Jupiter also has rings. However, Jupiter's rings is system is very faint, hard to see, much less dramatic from Saturn. The rings are made mostly of fine tiny particles produced when meteor strike across Mars moon, although not visually spectacular. Jupiter's rings are still an interesting part of the planet's structure. Jupiter's vast moon system. Jupiter is not only a giant planet, it's also like a miniature solar system with many moons orbiting it. Jupiter has dozens of moons, and the exact number making continue to change as strong multiple discover more. Among them, the most famous are the four large moons known as the Galilean moon, the great discovered by Galileo Galilei in 1610. Io, Europa and Ganymede, Callisto, these four moons are extremely important in planet science because it is one of the worlds in the one with unique fascinating characteristics. Io, the most volcanically active world, Io is one of the most geologically active places in the entire solar system. What makes Io remarkable? It has hundreds of active volcano, its surface rich in sulfur and lava is experienced frequent violent eruption. The strong gravity of Jupiter, combined with gravitational interaction from the other moon, constantly stretches and squeezes Io, generating huge amounts of internal heat. This makes Io the most volcanically active world in the solar system. Europa, one of the best candidates for extrapolating your life among a Jupiter moon. Europa may be the one of the excited scientists the most. Europa's surface is covered in a thick layer of ice, but beneath that frozen salt, scientists believe there may exist a vast global ocean of liquid water. If this is true, Europa could be one of the most promising places in the solar system to search for life beyond Earth. Why is Europa so important? It maybe contains liquid water and has internal heat. It may have chemical conditions suitable for microbial life. Many scientists believe that its life is somewhere in the solar system. Europa is one of the strongest candidates. Ganymede, the largest moon in the solar system. Ganymede is the largest moon in the entire solar system. It is even larger than the planet Mercury. What makes Ganymede special is the largest moon in the solar system. It has tremendous field. It may contain a subsurface ocean beneath icy crust. Ganymede is very intriguing world, combining ice, rust, and magnetism, something quite unusual for a moon. Callisto, an ancient world impact crater. Callisto is the outermost of the four major Galilean moons. It is famous for having a surface covered with impact crater, ancient scarp, and extremely old terrestrial clay, like a museum of collision for solar system history. Because it has experienced less geological surfaces than the other moon, its surface will reserve many ancient features. Some scientists have been success that the crater might one day be a more practical location for a future space station than regions closer to Jupiter, because it is exposed to less radiation. Could Jupiter support life? If we are talking about Jupiter itself, the answer is almost certainly no. Jupiter is too extreme to support life in the way we understand it. No solid surface, crushing pressure, intense radiation, extremely temperature, and chemistry. However, the fascinating part is this. Jupiter's moons are where the real astrobiological potential lie, especially Europa, possibly Ganymede, a callisto that makes Jupiter its kind of scientific center her pole, not because life is likely on the planet itself, but because someone of the world around may hold the condition of for life. How does Jupiter affect Earth? Jupiter is not just distant giant. It may be play a very important role in Earth's history. Some important ways Jupiter may influence Earth. 1. A gravitational shield. Jupiter may attract or deflect as comets and asteroids, reducing the risk of impacts on Earth. 2. A major architect of the solar system during the earlier solar system. Jupiter's movement and gravity may have strongly influenced the orbits of planets that actually about the distribution of matter. 3. Effects of planetary formation without Jupiter. The solar system might develop very differently, and Earth itself might not be the same as it is today. In other words, Jupiter may have indirectly helped create the conditions that allow life to flourish on Earth. How have humans explored Jupiter? Jupiter was one of the first planets to be closely studied with a telescope. A major historical milestone in 1610, Galileo Galilei observed Jupiter and discovered 4 large moons orbiting it. This was extremely important because it proved that not everything in the universe revolves around Earth. This became one of the most powerful pieces of evidence that helped transform humanity's understanding of the cosmos. Space mission to Jupiter in the modern era. Many spacecraft have been sent to study Jupiter. Some major missions include Pioneer 10 and Pioneer 11, the first spacecraft to fly past Jupiter and send back data. Voyager 1 and Voyager 2, the mission returns spectacular images and major discovery about Jupiter's atmosphere, rings, and moon. Galileo is the orbiter that studied Jupiter in great detail for many years. Juno, one of the most important modern missions, helping scientists better understand Jupiter's internal structures, magnetic field, atmosphere, polar auroras. This mission transformed Jupiter from a bright object in the sky into a deeply to study under extraordinary complexity. The future of Jupiter exploration. In the future, Jupiter is the moon will remain major target to space by science. Upcoming and ongoing exploration is especially focused on Europa and Ganymede, the possibility of subsurface ocean, chemical science as habitability of life. This study may help answer one of the biggest questions in the science. Are we alone in the universe? Conclusion: Jupiter is not only the largest planet in the solar system, it is truly a giant of science, beauty, and unresolved mystery. With an immense size, violent atmosphere, famous great transport, powerful magnetic field, and extraordinary system of moon, Jupiter is one of the most awe-inspiring worlds humanity has ever known. Although humans cannot stand on Jupiter as they can Earth, studying the giant planets helps understand much more deeply how planets form, how solar system works, what conditions might allow life to exist, and where humanity fits vast universe. Jupiter is both a simple and planetary scale, natural power, and gateway to future discovery. The more we learn about Jupiter, the more we realize the universe is not only vast, but far more extraordinary than humans ever imagined.